K-pop Demon Hunters was finally dethroned on Netflix by this 42% Rotten Tomatoes cult classic. It may not have moved merchandise like K-pop Demon Hunters, but it's worth remembering that Night at the Museum was no slouch near the turn of the millennium. The first movie made more than $570 million worldwide, with its two sequels, which are also on Netflix and steadily climbing the charts, making millions more. That's a nice way of saying that each made less money than the previous movie, but they at least easily made back their budgets. And that it's all with the first movie earning just a 42% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It seems like an ill-fitting label for a movie that made nearly $600 million and spawned two sequels, but the arguably undeservedly poor critical reception and its lingering cultural value mean Night at the Museum definitely deserves the cult classic label. The movie's audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is much higher than the one for critics, and if you pair that with the fact that it's bouncing up the most watched list, you get pretty clear proof that there is more fun to be had here than the critics at the time believed. There are any number of reasons for its resurgence beyond that. For one thing, the kids who saw it back in the day are now 20 years older, and they either have kids of their own or a taste for the nostalgic entertainment of their youth. Night at the Museum actually lends itself really well to that, since it's literally about a museum, the place where you go to learn about things from the past, and its star-studded cast is led by Ben Stiller, who only sporadically makes movies these days, and prominently features the late great Robin Williams, who everyone loves to see. Plus, it was directed by Shawn Levy, who has only become bigger and bigger since his Night at the Museum days. He's making a Star Wars, to say nothing of a young man named Rami Malek. He later won an Oscar. Also, though it seems rude to bring them all up in this order, the movie features a famous capuchin monkey named Crystal. You likely know her from Community, or every movie with a capuchin monkey from the last 30 years. Really? Alright. Night at the Museum, based on the children's book of the same name and adapted by Robert Ben Garant and Thomas Lennon, from The State and Reno 911, is about a night shift security guard named Larry Daly, who works at the American Museum of Natural History in New York. During his first shift, he discovers that the museum's exhibits all come to life at night and get into funny shenanigans. He then has to keep people from finding that out while keeping the exhibits from destroying things or escaping, because they'll die if they were left outside after sunrise. Owen Wilson plays a little cowboy, Steve Coogan plays a little Roman general, Patrick Gallagher, Ghost of Tsushima's Khotun Khan, plays Attila the Hun, Malik is Mummy, and Williams is, of course, Teddy Roosevelt. Carla Gugino, Dick Van Dyke, Mickey Rooney, Bill Cobbs, Ricky Gervais, and Paul Rudd show up as regular humans,